at the camera.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was probably just kind of trying to get out of there, but I got you.
Get out of the rut?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, on page 3 and page 4, where it says Betty and Henry inhale to speak.
Oh, yeah, I have to mention that.
Okay, that was for the We'd Like to Think of the Academy, but it's like, moving, yeah, we don't have time for that. Moving right along.
Paul.
What page is that?
Not 8.
Thank you, sir.
Paul Henry.
Okay. Paul Henry.
Okay.
The D is not silent.
It's not?
It's not silent. Paul Henry.
Henry.
And you don't have to emphasize it, but it is
Paul
there.
Henry.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Ida.
Lapino.
I don't know why. It was almost like it was one of them, just like that.
Lapino.
Let me see.
Come one, come all, tall, rich, poor, or small, gather round into the Hollywood Canteen, where on any given night you can... Roger that, serving up cakes. Joan Crawford doing the dishes.
Doing the dishes.
Take 3. Come one, come all, tall, rich, poor, or small, gather round into the Hollywood Canteen, where on any given night you can see any of your favorite Hollywood stars and starlets. Where there's founders John Garfield and Betty Davis serving up cakes, Joan Crawford doing the dishes, Betty Grable cutting a rug with a jitterbug, and Hetty Lamar at the bar, serving warm milk to everyone, folks. Why, there's even Bing Crosby serving up music. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, we were at the races earlier today. Roy Rogers here with Trigger. Remember Mom Maybelline?
It was, wasn't it?
One never knows, does one? Bringing you classic entertainment in a modern world done in the vintage manner, Dominique Review presents old-time radio-style program A Day in the Life of, with the cat that's keeping the golden age of radio alive. Marcus Willis as host Henry London. Dominique Breckenridge herself as Betty Gray. And the husband and wife team, the dynamic duo Cedric Johnson and Jasmine Lofton as Dennis and Rachael Hagen. And now we move above the streets of Hollywood to find our host and good friend Henry London walking onto the street of Sunset Boulevard.
Picture it. You're driving down the boulevard right off Sunset.
You're Norma Desmond. Used to be in silent pictures. Used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
Long decade, Henry. We haven't left the 1940s yet.
Right. Come on, man. Who fell asleep on the switch? Messing up my material? My good dialogue? My perfect speech and diction? My vibrato? My bass tone?
Rachael put stars, Henry.
Rachel, how dare you interrupt me? You haven't even been introduced yet.
Page 1, right before the applause.
Don't count. That was for everybody. Trying to make me look ridiculous. Right. Moving on. Picture it coming to Hollywood on leave from the service. Hey there, Marine. How are you, sailor? Hello, civilian. One rat to another. Excuse me, ma'am, Miss Lieutenant. Where your favorite Hollywood stars and starlets gather. And here's one now. Hello, Eddie. Hey, Jack. Hiya, baby. Sorry, Sergeant. Sorry, Sergeant.
From one whack to another.
Betty. What are you doing here? I didn't know you were here on leave.
So it seems neither did your hand.
Where I come from, Buffalo wrong.
Figures, from grass to grain, it's all a bunch of bull.
Wrong class.
Same story.
I don't think. Close my eyes.
Only for tonight. I've got 6:30 on the 750 at the 12:46 by the 9:30.
What does that mean?
I don't know, brother. It's all Greek to me. Now, how about showing around the joint? It's my first time at the barn.
Somehow I doubt that.
I said barn, Henry, not bar.
Pass me another.
Thanks. Don't mind if I do.
Whoops, wrong glass.
Same drink. leave at the same time. That is, where's Dennis? I'm surprised he's not here with you.
Oh, he's here, but not with me.
Then he must be with...
How many times do I have to tell you, Dennis? I'm not Bose Laverne, nor am I Dirty Gertie.
I just want to show the fellas your new nylons I bought you for Christmas.
If you wanted to show them off, Dennis, you would have done so 8 years ago when you first bought them. Now stop waving your wallet around like you have money in it. Well, must we go over this again, Dennis? I told you time and time again, cobwebs and cash money are not the same thing.
Tomato.
More like a broke joke. It sure isn't funny, but I just keep laughing.
Well, if it ain't my old pal, Rachael Hagen. How are you, girl?
Betty! Boy, am I glad to see you. It's been so dull without Jane of all trades. Life of the party around the studio.
Look, Rachel, you got me.
Gee, Betty, am I glad to see you. It's been so dull without Jane of all trades. Life of the party around the studio.
I read you all right, Rachel. Don't worry. With America pitching in, it won't be long now.
It's funny you mentioned that, Betty. I was just talking to the horn the other day.
I didn't know your whistle blew. You said you were talking to the horn.
I was.
I didn't know you had a car.
I don't. Listen, what are you driving at?
Don't ask us. We're riding with you. You're the one who has the horn.
I don't mean a horn you blow. I'm talking about the horn, the horn, you see.
Oh, yes.
I'm
That horn.
talking about Lena horn.
Uh-oh. Quick, Henry. It's worse than I thought. Take him out back and I'll pull the car around. We'll have him in a straitjacket in 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yes, Henry. Remember, we live in Los Angeles.
Yep, one on every corner. Let me talk to you around back for a moment, Dennis.
Henry, where are you taking me?
Come along, Dennis. I want to show you my new car.
Wait a minute now. New car, what? Wait, what? Now, I know this is a setup. Security, help.
Back up, Kenny. I repeat. I said I need reinforcements.
Calling all whack. Calling all whack. We have a suspicious activity on the north side of the barn. Copy that. What's the threat? Must be spies, Gestapo, informants. Dennis! Dennis! Pack it in, girls. We've got a live one here.
No. Don't let them take me away. I didn't do it. I'm innocent. I said I'm innocent.
Now would probably be the best time to a word from our sponsors. Betty.
Got my hands full, Henry. Strap them down, girls.
Roger that. How about we take a trip to the kitchen and fix us some nice buttery toast to go along with that strong, fresh cup of coffee. Open your refrigerator and look in your Sonny's Best Pure Butter Spreads. For no other butter spread can compare to Sonny's Best. The light, crisp, smooth flavor of this pure butter spread is golden to perfection. There's no other smell like the fresh smell of Sonny's Best Pure Butter Spread on a slice of golden toasted bread. And now a word from Hollywood's Canteen's own John Garfield and Betty Davis as they give you a breakdown of what is now the Hollywood Canteen. Take it away, Mr. John Garfield.
Good evening, Hollywood Canteen. Oh, yes, all the stars are here tonight. You say you want to come down? No, I'm sorry. The canteen is for servicemen. The only way you can see the canteen is to join the Army, the Navy, the Marines, or join the rest of the world and see the picture.
Thank you, Miss Betty Davis and Mr. John Garfield, for that place in which all servicemen can come and go, the Hollywood Canteen. And if you can't get away to come join us here in Los Angeles, go to your neighborhood theater and see the all-star cast picture. Warner Brothers, 1944's Hollywood Canteen, starring those two you just saw on screen, Betty Davis and John Garfield, as well as the Andrews sisters, Jack Benny, Joan Crawford, Paul Henry, Ida Lupino, Dennis Morgan, Roy Rogers, Barbara Stanwyck, Jimmy Dorsey, and the Golden Gate Quartet. Whew. Just to name a few. Let's head back to the back where Rachael is helping her teach, along with Hollywood film stars Dennis Morgan and Dennis Hagen. Back in the saddle again.
Rachael, have the wax gone?
I'm not sure, Dennis. Bend down. Let me see your head.
I'm talking about the Women Army Corps.
Oh, as far as I know, they are still caught someplace between Century and Culver City.
You mean about 7 miles east from Universal, 2 miles north of Columbia, 20 minutes outside of Indian Studios, 8 blocks down from Warner Brothers, and a hop, skip, and a jump from Century?
I don't know that, but somewhere in those directions, I got shot.
That takes 2 of us.
The wool over the eyes.
The boot in the rear. All who works at the Major 5 and Minor 3.
Dennis, where did you get that get up?
It's not a get-up, Rachael. It's a costume. Roy Rogers lent it to me when Trigger caught me hiding in the garbage bin trying to get away from Betty and the whack outside of the back alley.
What was Trigger doing in the garbage bin?
He was taking out the trash. Look, at the amenities, Rachael. It comes with boots, chaps, holsters, hat, rifle, and 2 pearly pistol cap guns. Watch this.
Dennis, that was not a target!
But it was what I was aiming at. But it was what I was aiming at.
Dennis, I'm sorry. I'm not talking to you, Mr. Morgan. I'm talking to Wild Bill Hagen over here, mastermind of the gun.
I've also said time and time again, mind over matter, Rachael.
I couldn't agree more with your mind. It doesn't matter. Are you deliberately trying to make me look bad in front of my peers?
Your peers, there's more of mine than yours.
Dennis, holding the record for the most banned person on any studio lot in America and abroad does not classify as a Hollywood celebrity, nor is a restraining order against you from all who work at MGM considered a contract, no matter what kind of frame you put it in.
Sticks and stones, Rachael, may break my bones.
And they don't have to, because if you shoot me one more time with that cap gun, I plan to beat you with it. Take it off. Take off that get up and help Dennis Morgan and I with the dishes.
All right, if that's how you feel about it. She thinks she's so tough. What makes her an authority on her matter of subject anyway? The only reason I married her is because...
I said yes.
Let's not be far enough away. Honestly, that woman has ears like Clark Gable. What is she going to do if I did it again? Probably nothing. I'm too far away for her to catch me now. I've got one more cap in my gun. Watch this. She'll never see it coming.
Dennis, how did you get in the trash can? And where are all your clothes? All you have on is one boot and a rifle.
I didn't see it coming. Rachael took out the trash.
As the weeks roll on and the time passes, I find that there are fewer and fewer ways to introduce her. Yet there are more and more things to say about our girl Friday. So how about we cut straight to the chase to a woman who likes to do the same. Straight, simple, and to the point. As our Betty Gray would say, She's in the whack now, folks.
As we assemble ourselves together yet again to live in the era that was and is the golden age of radio and the golden age of Hollywood, we won't keep you long, but we'll sing you a song or two or three of the musical sound of gossip straight to you from me. So don't get uptight when I give you a bite of facts, trivia, information, and news, because in this city, if you roll snake eyes, you lose. Well, this sounds like my kind of game. Roll the dice! Special report. When word got out that the mixed couples were dancing together, talk spread of segregating the Hollywood Canteen until Hollywood Canteen founders, Academy Award winner Betty Davis, and Warner Brothers superstar John Garfield said that if that happened, the actors would not come. Without actors, there'd be no canteen. Word to the press, the Hollywood Canteen remained integrated. This just in, 40 black women entered the WAC officer candidate class, placed in a separate platoon. While they attended classes and share the mess halls with the other officer candidates, they are segregated from the service clubs, beauty shops, and theaters. 3 new training centers are established fall of 1942 in Daytona Beach, Florida, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, and Fort Devens, Massachusetts. Black officers are now assigned to black auxiliary and officer candidates units at Fort Des Moines and Fort Devens, where the black women are accepted for training. In the decade of the 1940s, some of Hollywood's best directors, John Ford, Frank Capra, John Huston, and William Wyler, make Signal Corps documentaries and training films to aid the war effort, including the first popular documentary of the war, The Battle of Midway in 1942, Capra's Why We Fight, Ford's December 7th, the movie, Huston's report from the Aleutians in 1943, and the Battle of San Pietro, 1945, and Wyler's Air Force documentary, Memphis Battle, A Story of a Flying 1944. Now the time has arrived when I must depart. As Norma Shear said in The Women, please don't talk about me while I'm gone. Yes, well, we see how well that turned out, didn't we?
There's a name for you ladies, but it isn't used in high society, outside of a kennel.
So long, ladies.
So, Rachel, I've been meaning to ask you, how did Dennis get away?
Ask Betty.
I'd rather not talk about it. After all, it could have happened to anybody.
Not exactly.
Before we start playing Put the Blame on Mame, Rita Hayworth, do I need to answer the police report in regard to suspicious activity on a certain doll looking into a certain hotel room from across the street with the lights off with a declaration, and I quote, "Gee, Betty, your glasses work better than binoculars. Red handle Rachel."
Oh, missed that show. Remind me to look that episode up, will you? All right, baby, spill the beans.
I don't cook. Well, we finally caught up with Dennis toward the military air base. When he found he was cornered in, Dennis broke into a run and I broke into a sprint. Soon before long, Dennis broke into the pavement as I broke into Dennis. I had him bound to the ground when things went terribly wrong, sort of.
What went wrong? Exactly.
Dennis turned into a runway landing where the pilot was taking off and yelled, "It's Tyrone Power!" And before we knew it, he forgot Hi-Ho Silver. It was "Here I Come Power!" And Betty was off to the races and she was running first lead in the Santa Ana handicap. Good night, everybody.
This program has been brought to you by Dominique's Production and Dominique's Private Collection, in which all the women's wardrobes was supplied for this evening's broadcast. Thank you to our cast, Cedric Johnson as Dennis Hagen, Jasmine Lawson as Mr. Rachael Hagen, yours truly, Marcus Willis as Henry London, and Dominique Breckenridge as Betty Gray. And to our sponsors at Sonny's Best. We want you to remember that you use Sonny Best Pure Butter Spread on all your cooking needs. Until next week, we find Betty in the scandal sheets.
What?
That's what it says here. That's what I think it says right there. you, Miss Betty Davis and Mr. John Garfield, for that place in which all servicemen can come and go, the Hollywood Canteen. Why are you looking at me? I just felt you just like this. I'm sorry.
I thought that was, I'm like, I didn't know what was going on.
I thought you just like this. He leaned forward. I'm like,
You can see him on the video.
Then he stood up and was like,
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it.
Dog, that was like dog.
Robert, Paul Henry, Ida Lola Pino, Dennis Morgan, Ida Lola Pino. What did I say? Oh man, I'm killing it. Hold on, okay. Ida Lola Pino.
No, just, you're getting it with Lola Brigida. It's Lapino.
Ida
Lapino.
Lapino. I'll put a slash now. Lapino.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put an E so I know it's Lapino. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, sailor.
One time.
You sound like somebody jumped on your stomach.
Keep whistle now. Hello, civilian. One whack to another. Excuse me, ma'am. That was a slap. Miss. Lieutenant.
Yep.
Right on every corner. Oh, I'll be so much.
Dude,
It's just a
just
break.
a break.
Oh, I'm sorry.
8 strips later.
All right, that's all I can get. Okay.
Okay, take it away from Mr. John Garfield. Okay. Okay. Be all right. Be all right. You all right?
Oh, that blew a fly over here somewhere. Look at that thing fly.
Okay.
Fair enough. Anyway, must not be far away. Must not be far away. Wait a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must not be far enough away.